What's up, guys? We are on the 8th shelf of my drama section. Starting off here with 7 Pounds with Will Smith on Blu-ray. This was a real solid movie. I liked it more than The Pursuit of Happiness. This is Will Smith on his quest to win an Oscar. It kind of consumed him. I think after making all the big blockbusters, he wanted to kind of get out of that game and make movies that matter to him. So can't blame a guy for that. But very good movie. Then we've got Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. You can never go wrong with a good Tom Cruise movie. And this is a great Tom Cruise movie. Same director who directed Top Gun. Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson produced it. Love Tony Scott movies. Tom Cruise and Tony Scott made a real good team. It's a shame that Tony Scott's not still with us. Then we have The Green Mile. I enjoyed this movie. One of Tom Hanks' better movies, in my opinion. It's a long movie, over 3 hours long, but still a very touching movie. Michael Clarke Duncan's best role as well. Worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. Then we have Robin Hood and the Prince of Thieves. Love this movie. I've loved this movie since I was a kid when I saw it on television. Lots of action, great story, great actors. I was a big Die Hard fan, so seeing Alan Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham made this even better. Cannot say enough good things about this movie, and it's the extended version, so definitely worth it. Kevin Reynolds makes some great movies as well. Just look at that cast. Amazing movie. Then we have Phenomenon with John Travolta. Okay movie. Makes you want to try to believe in something more than yourself and all that stuff. One of those feel-good movies from back when John Travolta was in his prime and not doing straight-to-DVD movies. Then we have Finding Forrester. Great movie. One of those things that deals with racism and things like that. Sean Connery does amazing in this movie, so does Rob Brown. Great cast. Oh, Busta Rhymes. Definitely check this out if you haven't seen it before. Then we've got another Tom Hanks, Leo DiCaprio team up this time now. It's Catch Me If You Can. Great movie. Very well done. It's hard to compete with two actors who have won so many Oscars between the two of them. It's hard to make a bad movie with them. Then we have Reign Over Me. This is one of those movies I didn't buy. I bought the DVD back when before I had Netflix. I upgraded to Blu-ray. But this was one of those blind buy movies that I wasn't really expecting a lot out of because I'm not a huge Adam Sandler fan. And I just thought, he only does comedy, so he's going to suck at dramatic movie. This was amazing. I mean, this should have won an Oscar for Best Actor, Best Picture, the whole shebang right here. I mean, this movie is phenomenal. If you have not seen this, you have to see this. If you have seen this, leave comments down below. I'd love to hear what you thought about this. Then we have Sirena. Okay movie, kind of slow, real political. George Clooney, Matt Damon, great cast. It was just kind of slow. So I mean, I guess it was more of a political drama than it was a thrilling action movie, I guess you can say. But worth checking out. Then we have Cinderella Man. Solid movie, not my favorite boxing movie at all. I'm not a big Renee Zellweger fan. It was okay, but I mean, it's kind of a period piece though too, so it wasn't really as much. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was about the boxing, but the time period was kind of what it was about as well. Then we have Against the Ropes. Solid, fun watch. Again, not the greatest boxing movie, but it was entertaining. Charles Dutton. Real solid cast. I'm a big Omar Epps fan. Good actor, but doesn't always choose the right stuff. Then we've got The Last King of Scotland. This is another movie that deserved just a shitload of Oscars, but they don't give a lot of Oscars to movies that deserve it, these days anymore. Then we have Rendition, another political drama. Kind of slow. Wasn't what I expected it to be. Wasn't bad. Just, like all these ratings saying an intelligent thriller, intrigue, smart, and a great cast. I don't know if it would be deeply engaging. It was just okay. Then we have American History X. This is a powerful movie right here. Probably Edward Norton's best work. Edward Furlong's probably the only big movie besides being in The Terminator. But it's a powerful story. Definitely talking about life on the street and racism and things like that. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen this before. Then we have Glory. This is probably the best Civil War movie I've ever seen. I mean, great cast. I mean, this cast is ridiculously good. I watched this for the first time back when The Patriot came out. And loved it even more than The Patriot. So definitely check this out. Then we have We the Party. Again, a movie I wasn't expecting much out of, but it actually surprised me. It was very, very good. I mean, I love being surprised, and this one definitely did that. Very solid movie. Then we've got 42, the Jackie Robinson story. Great sports movie. I love motivational sports movies, based in history, especially when they're casted well and directed well. All I can say is wow to this one. Then we have The Lucky One with Zac Efron. Bought this at a Goodwill for $2. Wasn't disappointed with it. Definitely better than A Walk to Remember. Check that out if you haven't seen it before. You'll enjoy it. Then we have Going the Distance, another movie I bought for $2 at a Goodwill. Loved this movie. This movie was so well done, and I was surprised at the chemistry between Justin Long and Drew Barrymore in this movie. Christina Applegate, great cast, holy smokes. Surprised the hell out of me right here. Then we've got Head Over Heels, Freddie Prinze Jr. back in his prime. Okay movie, still not his best, but, better than the one he did with Julia Stiles, in my opinion. Worth checking out if you're a Freddie Prinze Jr. fan. Then we have 500 Days of Summer. This movie was not what I was going to expect it to be. I thought it was going to be one of those romantic comedies, and it turned out to be a way different movie, but it was really good. These two have great chemistry. Joseph Gordon-Levitt really came into his own after leaving Third Rock from the Sun. Waiting to see what he does with the rest of his career. Then we have Dear John. This was even better than The Lucky One, in my opinion. And definitely better than A Walk to Remember. So, Nicholas Sparks fan and you haven't seen this movie, check it out. I'm not really a big Amanda Seyfried fan, but she does really well in this movie. Then we've got The American President. Great movie. Rob Reiner always does some good work. Amazing cast. Well acted. Big fan of Michael Douglas. I mean, and you got Aaron Sorkin, who wrote The West Wing. Anything he writes is phenomenal. So I can't, this is up there with probably one of the better political movies out there. Then we've got Witness Protection. Been a while since I've seen this. This was an HBO movie. It was Forrest Whitaker before he kind of really, got into his rhythm. Tom Sizemore back before, all of his problems began to surface, I should say. But it's an interesting watch. Should definitely give it a shot. Then we've got Tin Cup with Kevin Costner and Rene Russo. Great movie. Big fan of Kevin Costner. He delivers in this movie. Don Johnson and Cheech Marin both in the same movie. Oh, it's Nash Bridges playing golf. Then we've got Leap Year. This was a movie I got for $2 at Goodwill and was not expecting much out of, and it surprised me. Also, very, very, very good movie. I bought this and that When in Rome movie at the same time, and I thought When in Rome was going to be fantastic, and this one was not. And it turned out to be the complete opposite. Then we have About Time. I like this movie. It wasn't my favorite movie, but it was definitely a very solid movie. Very creative and different idea for a romantic comedy movie as well. So I liked that. I'm not a big Bill Nighy fan, but does well in this. Worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. I'd never even heard of this movie until I saw a trailer on it from another movie that I own. Then we have The 33. Another movie that really surprised me. Very, very dramatic. Based on a true story. Antonio Banderas does phenomenal in this movie. I mean, why he doesn't get more big movie roles, I don't know. He should, though. Lou Diamond Phillips does great in this movie as well. Definitely check this out if you haven't seen it before. Then lastly, we have Love Actually. It's an okay movie. It's a British kind of multiple storylines intertwining at the same time kind of movie. And kind of like Crash, only about Christmas and romance. And it was a solid movie. It was okay. My favorite scene was the Rowan Atkinson at the gift shop wrapping Alan Rickman's gift. I could watch that scene over and over again. But yeah, that does it for this shelf. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. Otherwise, until next time, have a good one, guys.